Hello, my name is Amy De Souza, and I will be talking about evaluating staff performance. By the end of this presentation, you should have a basic understanding of the evaluation process, as well as the responsibilities the nurse manager has in this process. It is important for a nurse manager to evaluate staff performance. Evaluations allow employees to grow and improve. It often involves multiple steps, including self and peer evaluations, manager evaluations, and a growth and development plan. Why do we have employee evaluations? Evaluations provide feedback to facilitate employee development and improvement. They support the development of nursing practice. They can determine areas where the employee needs to improve. They have been shown to have a positive impact on nursing care if accompanied by a performance interview. The ABC model is accepted as the most effective model of performance management. It consists of three main parts. First part is considered the antecedents, which are the basic criteria for the evaluation. This could be job descriptions, past performance evaluations, or clinical ladder criteria. Second is the behaviors. Fairly simply, it is what the staff member says and does, how they carry and present themselves. The third, and what is considered the most important, is consequences. They include both positive and negative consequences. Examples would include receiving or not receiving a raise, getting a promotion or getting passed up for a promotion, or whether a vacation request is approved. Without consequences, it is unlikely an employee will have the motivation to improve their job performance. Nurse managers are accountable to do performance reviews. Facilities may differ slightly in their performance review processes. The best reviews are based on solid criteria and provide opportunity for staff and team member input, such as self-evaluations and peer evaluations. They also lay out a clear plan for improvement. The nurse manager is responsible for timely completion of performance reviews of all staff. This can be a large undertaking and should be seen as a continuous, ongoing assignment rather than a yearly task. They are also responsible to create a development plan for each staff member based on both the goals of the employee and any weaknesses or areas of improvement identified in the performance evaluation. They're also responsible to encourage and implement a peer review process, as well as to reach out for help if needed. Qualities of a performance review include behavior-oriented criteria, for example, whether a nurse performs the appropriate medication safety tasks, such as the 5 rights and the 2 patient identifiers. Feedback on performance against a universal rating scale, meaning all staff are held to the same criteria. Staff self and peer evaluations, and a clear plan for improvement. Reviews. Magnet certified hospitals are required to have a form of peer review in place. The ANA actually declared nurse peer review as a part of nursing practice in 1988. In peer reviews, nurses make judgments on the quality of work provided by their peers. Nurse managers are required to guide employees through the peer review process. Peers should be chosen based on who can provide unbiased feedback. Peer reviews should be reviewed, and employees may need to be followed up with if feedback is unclear, biased, disrespectful, or does not focus on professional behaviors. Each facility will adhere to a different peer review process. Self-evaluations. Self-evaluations encourage reflecting and critical thinking. They can lead to ideas that change the employee's professional practice. The manager is responsible to lead employees through their self-evaluation. Employees can begin to think about where they would like to improve and contribute to their development plan through self-evaluation. The final part of the evaluation process is the manager evaluation. The manager must view evaluations as a daily responsibility. Managers must be careful to avoid leniency bias, which can be best described as when a manager does not accurately judge employees and is too lenient. Bias is more likely to occur if the manager has less information on the employee. This makes it important for the manager to be present on the unit in order to observe employee work and interactions. Here's a sample nurse review form. It lists specific criteria such as documents and accurate patient assessment. It is also rated on a scale of 1 to 4. Reviews often utilize a scale of 1 to 4 or 5, with ratings on the scale consisting of completely on track, partially off track, on track, or exceeding expectations. Brief video on the different methods of performance evaluation. It is not nursing based, however, it does provide good information.
A performance appraisal or evaluation, as it is sometimes called, is a review by a manager where the employee's work performance is evaluated and strengths and weaknesses are identified so that the employee knows where improvement is needed. Over the years, there have been some new types of reviews that are being met with success in today's business world. These require that evaluations be done not only for raises, promotions, or bonuses, but for an employee's growth and development. These include Management by Objectives Review. This method, often called MBO, measures the employee's accomplishments against a clearly established set of objectives. If managers and employees begin the year by working together to list these objectives, the end-of-year appraisal can simply compare each goal with its final outcome. This method is simple, clear, and empowers employees in the goal-setting process, but it disregards non-goal-related success metrics. Rating scale is probably the most common review type. Using this method, a supervisor rates an employee on a numerical scale for a defined set of behaviors, traits, competencies, or completed projects. This method gains points for simplicity and functionality, but it only works well if both managers and employees share the same understanding of each point on the scale. The 360-degree feedback review is a new kind of performance review. It incorporates data from peers, supervisors, and even outside parties like customers and suppliers. This broad feedback can provide a multi-dimensional picture of performance that can cancel the influence of bias. The goal is to paint an accurate picture of employees' strengths and weaknesses. Gathering feedback from multiple sources is a great way to ensure employees are rated fairly and accurately. No matter which type of performance evaluation used, remember the goal is to foster communication between managers and employees. To make your performance reviews as productive as possible, try the following steps. Be prepared. Lead with the positive. Don't be confrontational. Keep it simple. Be consistent. Make it a two-way conversation. Address what's important to the employee. Discuss work and life balance. Be a good listener. Give feedback regularly. To download the review templates mentioned in this video, as well as a guide on how to conduct the actual performance review, visit us at turnkeydoc.com.
In conclusion, evaluation of work performance is extremely valuable in promoting improvement. Studies have shown that an improvement in patient care with the use of performance evaluations. The process can be complex and include data collection, employee, self, and peer reviews, but they provide an important medium to foster employee growth. Lastly, here were the references utilized for this presentation. I thank you for your time and your attention.